this is Miranda from My Scrappy Life, and welcome back to my channel. This is a process video for Confessions of the Paper Attic Cut File Shop, where I am going to use this fantastic cut file. I will link it down below. I am going to be using it with this photo. I figured the blue would work here. I know that this part is supposed to be the wave, but it'll match up the way I wanted it to. So I already backed it. I went into my stash and got one of these collections from when I went and did the spring scrap thing. The scrapbooking card in, or scrapbooking, yeah, card in something or another. I'll link it down below of what I'm talking about. And they ended up having two of these collections, which is called It's Springtime and then Day in a Life. It matches with what I want to do. So I've already done clear gesso on this so that I can come in. I am going to add a bunch of mixed media to this, and then I'm going to add the photo. I want to add the photo right there, or maybe right there to maximize, probably right there. So let's see what I can do. Okay, so it has been a little bit since I've done this. I was supposed to have this up and running on my channel, and it has been nasty weather here. It's been very, very humid, and stuff is not drying. Now, I'm used to this. Now, if you live in the southern states, obviously you guys know that I've lived on Fort Gordon, which is in Georgia, and then I just crossed the river into South Carolina, and I live in North Augusta, and stuff isn't drying. Like, I just want to say, for example, those two bins that I'm using with Shimmer's paints up on the top, it's been hard to get them to like dry. So I'm just letting you guys know. So the color tones will look a tad bit different than what they should. So what I did is that I backed the cut file, and now I'm taking different little stencils that I have, and I'm adding that light touch onto the yellow. So I am using tone on tone, and then I have this, I guess, card. It's a card stencil that I wanted to take the waves of this, because this is called Sun and Sea, and I wanted to take the wave and kind of turn them into a little bit of, I don't know, flower-ish in the sea, in the sea. And you'll see how I turn these little flower tones that I did put on here into like more flowers, so it fits my photo a little bit better. But I am using 3 different distressed inks this time, not distressed oxides, but distressed inks. And those 3 colors that I was using for on top of the stencil, or on top of the cut file, was the yellow was fossilized amber and dried marigold, and then the blue was broken china. Now, I am taking this other stencil from the Crafter's Workshop, and I am going to use the same stencil, and I wanted to add mixed media underneath the cut file. And those 2 colors are from the current Shimmer's Paints collection, which is the color kit, and I used the French twist. Let me get the lids here. They're both Inklings. The one that I'm using right there is the blue spruce, and when you put it with, remember, when you put it with modeling paste, it's going to tone down the color. And with the French twist, it did the same thing. But then when you look at the splatters that I did, those are the actual color that it does. Like the French twist, I wanted it to be a lighter color underneath the yellow, and that's the same thing that I wanted for this blue color too. Because when you put it on there, I wanted it to be just a little something. So as you can tell in that area there where I am using my little diamond, that brings back the actual color because I added a little bit of water. Inklings, you have to add water to it. So that's a little bit about the mixed media that I had done, and then now I'm placing down the cut file. Make sure that you go check out Confessions of the Paper Attic Cut File Shop. It's all linked down below. I absolutely love her shop. She's super amazing. I love all of her products. You guys know that I pretty much stick to her Cut files, very seldom do you see me use anything else for my cut files. Now, I wanted to put the blue on the bottom and the yellow on the top and then bring in this green, because the 3 colors that I am using mainly of my color tones is in this photo. This photo is of our trip. It's our first trip that we took after Josh got back from his deployment in June of that year. And I'm just working through those photos because I do have a lot of camping trips that we're doing, or cabin camping, however you want to call it. And this year I booked a ton. So now my title that I am going to use is called Captured Moments. And that is from Colorcast Designs. I love, I wish I could say like the right words, but I love this one. And I wish I would have gotten more of them, but it's okay. Because when it comes to acrylics, I love using acrylic pieces. They're super amazing. I love what Colorcast Designs does for her acrylic pieces. I haven't gotten too many of her wood veneer, but I'm kind of excited to start dipping into those too. I'm working really hard on trying to use some of my stash and not buying anything. It's been going pretty good. So now I am going to now embellish. Now these are some Echo Park. I mixed 2 of the Echo Park collections together. This one is like Captured in a Day or Captured in Life, Captured Life, something like that. And then I do bring out, there's like a spring type one that I use as well. Make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel. I would love to have you. I am working towards my 4,000 subscriber, and I would love to have you as part of the YouTube family. I do upload between 2 to 3 times a week. I will state full disclosure, I'm starting school, so the month of August will look a little bit less in the beginning just because I got to get through the first couple weeks of school. But then everything will go ahead of schedule like normal with my 2 to 3 layouts per week, or videos, process videos per week. I am also, my August virtual crop will be going on the 18th and 19th of August. So make sure that you like and subscribe, and then click down below, not only for Virginia's, where you can get all of the favorite stuff, along with that, if you are wanting the free cut file, you have to go to the group, find out which one it is, purchase, and then add it to your cart, and then it will all get sent over to you. And my group is linked down below as well. Now, I am framing in these certain spots because I absolutely love the framed look on this. And I really wanted to capture the moments of, you know, don't give up. I really liked how this sunset was going on. And it just, when I was sitting there and, you know, coming off of the deployment and looking back at all of the crazy stuff that my daughter went through, and especially because it was her first deployment, and the first and the only one. She's done a ton of TDYs, but when it comes to deployments, this was her first and luckily her only one where I've gone through a ton. So it was a little bit different for her. Now I am going to take, before I get to finish up my story, I did take the Papa colors and I matched up as many of the colors as I could. And then what I do is that in the points of where the flowers should have looked, I'm adding a bunch of these dots. And I do have a bunch of still shots at the end of how it looks. I grabbed some blues and some yellows that match up with the color tones to try to keep it a little bit monochromatic. And then I'm placing the dots within all of my other dots and just added all of that fun stuff. To finish up the story that I was saying, I had to sit back and realize that, you know what, I did another one again. I mean, it was a hot minute since we've done a full year deployment for me, and for my husband in that matter. We've done a ton of TDYs, but now I'm glad we're retired out. He's definitely retired out, and now we're just running the civilian life. So I'm just going to round out with this. The still shots are coming up. Make sure that you like and subscribe. Go check out Virginia's cut files. And I hope that you guys are all staying safe. Have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.